So, okay, first things first. Hi, Zoe.
Hi. Good morning.
So Zoe is the Z. I would be Milky. I am the M, and I don't know if you could tell, but I am very stuffy this morning. And
No, I
there's
didn't.
there's there is only one person to blame for this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's only one person to blame for this.
Oh, look at that. There's a bird over there.
You told me last night that you had allergies. This
I
is
didn't
not
say that.
allergy.
I didn't say that.
You said it was allergies. And
I
you
came
also
out very quickly with the I was sick.
no, but you also made a claim, by the way, that when you walked away from me and there was enough distance between us, suddenly you felt better. That you determined that what this was an allergy to me more specifically.
Yes, that's fair. Yeah. I mean, you've got you got the cat, you got the dog, I was kind of like, maybe it's just like extra fur on his jacket or something. Because every time I'd sit down next to you, all of a sudden my nose would plug back up, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. Like, it was fine all day.
Anyway, enough about me. I'll be fine, I think. How are you doing? Because you were we oh, hi listener. Hi.
Hi.
So we went to the
Sorry.
Charge game last night, and we oh my gosh, let's talk about the Charge. Well, first off, welcome to the podcast, brought to you by
Oh, McCarthy Automotive.
for all your automotive needs, 1150 Heron Road, McCarthyAutomotive.ca. Tire changeover, absolutely. But you know what? While they got the tires off, have them check your brakes, have them check your alignment, pothole season. I mean, they do all of that plus batteries. Oh my gosh, my car, the battery kept not charging. But they would test it, and the battery was fine. The battery was brand new. Doesn't make any sense. They finally, and this is who they are, they did a deep dive on my vehicle and discovered that someone who's owned the vehicle before me put these little, I don't know, light up strips with the Nissan Rogue logo on the door wells.
Oh, yes, I've seen those. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't install them. I figured that was factory. I don't know. Anyway, they're aftermarket, and I guess they were drawing power at all times, so they were always on. So that's what was killing the battery. Anyway, they figured that out. Thank you,
See,
McCarthy.
I always find like those aftermarket things are really cool, but then yeah, I always wonder, is it taking is it draining your battery? Is it taking something out of your is it causing problems that you don't know? So I'm glad they
Well,
figured it out for you.
yes, they did. And this is what they are, detectives. I mean, for all of your automotive needs, repair, maintenance, McCarthy Automotive, family owned, locally owned, and operated for more than 23 years on Bank Street, right between Caladar and or sorry, on Heron, right between Caladar and Bank Street. My geography. See what you've done to me? My head is so congested now,
Oh
Zoe.
my gosh. Someone get this man some
Ah.
vitamin C.
So yes, we went to the Charge game last night, which was at the Canadian Tire Center, and it's funny. Sue and I were going through receipts yesterday, working on taxes, and this is how I know that last year, when you and I went to the game, it was on May 22nd. So we've gone to two, typically in the springtime. So we've done one game at the Civic Center. We've done one game last night at the Canadian Tire Center. If anybody listening to this podcast has not gone to a Charge game, you need to go to a Charge game. The fan
ASAP.
experience with the PWHL is on a level never seen before.
Yeah.
I mean, from the very so I mean the fans just inherently know to turn the flashlight on their phone before the game starts, and it's just this
Yeah.
cool effect in the arena. This is just happening, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the wave that they had going on last night. Have you ever? I'm so tired of the wave. I mean, we've been doing the wave for what, 30 years?
Yeah.
And the wave comes around. I'm like, oh, this again. Except, what do they do different?
They're like, oh, let's slow it down. And you watch it, it does slow, everyone does
It's
slow
so
down the wave.
cool.
And they're like, now speed it up. And they're like, okay,
Yes.
so it's really they do a phenomenal on the production side and the operation side, they do a phenomenal job with I'm sure what they have is not as much as the NHL in regards to budget and funding. So it's incredible.
I will take a Charge game over an NHL game any day of the week. And and I said to you last night, because my frustrations with the Red Blacks games and the game day experience. I mean, go back to all of our podcasts because I rail on it and have for quite some time. Um,
What?
yeah,
Since
whoever
when?
whoever is thinking of these things, whether it's the PWHL or the Charge themselves. Hats off to you because you are really, really clever,
Yeah.
and it's simple and it's effective and it's fun. And I
Well, your favorite one was when they were I guess they had a seat number picked out or whatever for this person to win aeroplan points, and they were like, "Okay, so everyone stand up.
the whole
Okay,
arena
if you're
stands
wearing
up. Yeah,
yeah,
and
the
it's
whole arena stands
elimination
up.
game
Yeah, it's the elimination game. So if you're a
in the
Victoire fan and
300s.
you're wearing Victoire, sit down.
Right,
If you're in the upper bowl, sit
sit
down.
down,
If you're in any other section but 103, I think it was, sit
sit
down.
down.
If you are in section 103 but you're not in section like row G, sit down. And then it was like,
Yep,
oh, G, seat number 4. And then the person won the aeroplan points.
five
Like
hundred
that one,
thousand
you
airplane
loved
points.
that. I was like, oh
Yes,
my gosh, like such a simple contest, but you were obsessed with it.
I want because okay, so Red Black's example, they do this Tim Hortons row thing, and they pass this cardboard cutout of a Tim Hortons coffee. Which, by the way,
Yeah.
I just remembered I have a Tim Hortons coffee from
I
about
was
10:30 from about 2 hours ago. I'm not sure how this is going to go, but they pass this cup down the row, and it's basically musical chairs. When they say stop, whoever's holding the cup wins like a $10 Tim's gift card. I'm thinking you got 25,000 people in the arena. That's only worth a $10 gift card.
Yeah.
I don't even know what 500,000 aeroplanes points is. I don't know how far
Yeah.
that gets
I
you, but it
I don't
sounds a
know.
lot more impressive than a $10 gift card for coffee. I'll tell you that.
Well, and then I was joking, being like, oh, imagine it's just like, oh, you get a free bag, like baggage, thing is like the
Yeah, right.
5,000 points. Or it's like now because of how gas prices have skyrocketed, of course, it's like, oh, this was going to get you to Toronto. Now it'll get you halfway to Toronto. And you're like, well, wait, how does that work? And they're like, exactly.
And we land in Kingston and just leave you there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I really was impressed.
Yeah,
And it's just a different vibe. The PA
very
announcing,
inclusive.
yeah, it really
Yeah.
is the way the players talk about the fans and talk to the fans. Yeah, and the game itself is it's a lot of fun. And
Well, I was very lucky to go earlier, I think it was last month, to one of their practices.
oh,
When
cool.
when you have season tickets, they offer some extra little like fun things with your season tickets, and one of the ones is getting to go to, I guess, like a couple practices. And they made like a whole show out of it. Like the coach was
Amazing.
mic'd up, like some of the players were mic'd up, and like
Simple.
they really were just like giving a fan experience on just something that's so simple as a practice. And they had music playing. They, were interviewing people while, the practice was going on. It was very well done.
Like I
Like,
said, whoever's
mm,
whoever's around this, they are thinking and they're thinking
yeah,
outside the box. I want to correct something. So they published on the scoreboard last night the attendance. So it was 17,000. I want to say 114. Okay,
441,
we'll
I
call it
think.
17,400 just for the sake. Anyways, over 17,000. And I went to Facebook and I went, yeah, can't wait for that 5,000 seat arena because I'm still bitter.
Seven, sorry, 17,114.
There you
I
go.
had it
All right.
backwards.
So
Dyslexia.
what's a couple of hundred between friends? Um,
Exactly.
so I from the get-go, I've said that this 5,000 seat arena that is currently, by the way, the shovels are in the ground now. They are currently building it in the east end zone of the football field at Lansdowne Park. That it's a mistake, that 5,000 is too small and we're going to regret it. And, the mayor called me and we had a conversation about it and I heard what the mayor said. And, it boils down to, they've done their homework and they believe that 5,000 is appropriate, but it kind of left the Charge out of the mix.
Yeah.
And the feeling is, well, we can't use the public purse to build something that we can't guarantee is going to be here in 5, 10 years. And I understand that. I do understand that.
Yeah, I understand there's
But
not a long enough track record as of yet,
no,
but
no.
yeah.
But I think if we're being honest, 5,000, even a 10,000 seat arena, which they currently play in 5 years is going to be too small. I think a Canadian Tire Center and the future new arena downtown, if the Sens and the PWHL can get a deal done, I think that is probably the smartest thing.
Yeah,
I think that
because
is the appropriate rink to play in. So
I would
5,000 may end up being exactly the right size for Lansdowne Park for the 67s to play in and for whatever banjo player wants to come to town and can fill up.
well, but also we have our lacrosse team as well, and like I think they would do really well in a 5,000 seat arena. We have our
Where does that play
basketball
now?
team,
Where does the lacrosse team play now?
UTC.
See, is it owned by the Sens organization?
I don't know if it's owned by them, but yeah, so I think it's the Black Bears. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they're out of
I
the
think so too.
CTC. We have the Ottawa Blackjacks who are out of TD Place.
Oh,
Like
right.
I think those teams would do really well in a
Yeah.
5,000 seat arena, 100%. And like you said, maybe some smaller acts coming to town. But of course now with history opening up, those smaller like we are getting other smaller venues that are that 2,000 kind of range.
Well, that's it. We
um
talked about history, which is set to open, what, in August?
yeah, and then we're forgetting about obviously the NAC. Like the NAC is that
The
just under, I
Bronson
think,
Center,
yeah, is under 2,000, I think,
Center
just
Point
like the main.
Theater,
Yeah, like
European
I
Sportsplex, Algonquin
yeah.
College Commons Theater. We've got a
Yeah.
5,000 seat arena over in Gatineau, the Slush Puppy Center. It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Whatever.
I don't know if it was mainly to I think at some point it was also to appease the people that live in the area at the same time. But yeah, I think it's going to do a huge disfortune to the PWHL, and I understand where the city's coming from,
I
but at the
do.
same time, why are you trying to clip the wings of something before it even has a chance to fly?
I think I'm going to just stop talking about Lansdowne Park and everything that happens at Lansdowne Park. I
Because we don't talk politics on this show.
well, but
Unless it directly affects us, but
yeah, I just think, I'm not in love with anything that is playing there or happening
yeah,
there. So,
yeah,
um
yeah,
I think I've said all I need to say about it. I'm on record. I'm not a fan. Prove me wrong, I guess.
yeah.
I'm more. I really, after having gone to that game last night and also reading other fans' experience last night,
Hmm.
I really think that this league, the PWHL, is something that is going to consistently draw, and not just in this market, but in every market it's in, well over 14, 15,000 games or fans a night. I
And
really
I
think that.
and I agree with you. Like if the PWHL plays it smart and they don't do too many expansions like all at once, like they did a small one of I think like two teams this
Yeah.
year, but like maybe not doing an expansion next year, holding off and just kind of building that fan base up on the teams that we currently have. I really think with smart investment and smart growth that the PWHL is going to be almost unstoppable, like unstoppable when it comes to bringing in the fans.
I think so too. And I mean, the fans have fallen in love with this league and with the
Yeah.
players, and not just here. I mean,
Hey man, anyone
there are.
hand me a free bobblehead, I'll fall in love.
Hey, we got bobbleheads last night. So yeah, we
Yeah.
got Emily Clark. So I've not
Woo.
even opened this up. You got one too.
Yep. I didn't open mine yet because I want to bring it to work because it seems like my desk has become my like
Shrine.
hockey shrine. Yeah, for because I've got my warm-up puck from a recent Sens game. I've got my Brooke Henderson bobblehead from last year's Sens game. And then
So
now I'm
that's
gonna have the Emily Clark one. So yeah, it's pretty funny.
the Brooke Henderson one. You like that because it kind of looks like you. Oh my God!
Yeah, well, that's just funny.
They've shoved her in a plastic bag. She's suffocating. I'm
I
coming
was gonna
to
say,
save
wait,
you.
that's not child
I'm
safe.
coming to save you, Emily Clark. What's she's got this thing around her neck? There we go. There's the Emily Clark bobblehead for those of you watching on the
Oh,
YouTube
wait,
channel.
wait, is her stick there? I think you have to. I think is her stick in the
That's a
box?
great. Well, if you watched the game last night, there were a lot of sticks.
Just flying about.
And there's okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks weird. She doesn't have a stick in her hand. Where's
You're
the
right.
stick gone?
Sorry, Emily. I'll
This
fix
is
it.
why I left it in the box so that I could transport it to work safely.
It doesn't say anywhere on it some assembly required. This is so
Rude.
odd. There's work to do here. What am I doing work for? Okay, hang on a
Not
second.
even like a set of IKEA instructions of how to properly put the stick
No,
on. Like,
not even that. There we go. Now we got stick action happening.
There, that's it. That's lovely. I think it's a great bobblehead. That looks awesome.
It's cool. And if you were watching the game last night, Gwyneth is our goalie, Gwen. There was one play where she somehow ended up Um,
Getting spun in a
yeah, like she
circle.
like
Well,
on
in
her
like a froggy position. She was kind of in like a froggy position where she's all
yeah,
curled up in a ball. And I think someone like, I don't know, like flicked her stick and it kind of just sent her
it
spinning in
propelled her around.
circles.
So
And me and
Zoe,
Milky look at each other going like, "Oh my God, wouldn't that be a great giveaway thing of like just like a
yeah,
spinning top of like
yeah.
Gwen spinning?" And so that was so funny.
So, and for the people who are behind all these promotions and stuff who are thinking outside the box, yeah, picture
Call
like
me.
yeah, a bobblehead and fidget spinner combination kind of thing. That's kind of my vision.
Did
Yeah.
I hear a phone
You
volume on our
no, you would never hear a phone make any noise in my studio. Never.
But
Uh,
yeah, no, I like, same with the Blue Jays like this year. Some of the like little giveaways that they're doing are really cool. Like there's
yeah.
like a gym bag and stuff, and then they're doing, I think on the next game at home, it's like a memorabilia ticket
Okay.
that you get that's like from like the home, like I think it's like a home opener one or whatever, but it's supposed to be like a keepsake like ticket to bring home and like hold on to. And yeah, like they're really stepping up their game when it comes to like kind of the free pop-up
Nice.
take homes. Yeah.
And you're excited for the next, is it the next Charge game? Yeah, they're giving away Barbie fanny packs with the Ottawa
Yeah,
Charge
they're giving
logo on them.
Barbie fanny packs. It's like it's
That's
got
cool.
Barbie on it. Like
That's
it's
cool.
legit, guys. It's not
Yeah.
like they're gonna get sued. And then it's got the little Charge logo next to it. I'm obsessed. I love a good fanny pack.
Yeah, a handy. And I also want to give props to there was a family sitting behind us who, first off, dad was singing along to Bad Bunny. That was impressive.
Yeah.
But his daughters, who, I mean, they flip back and forth between French and English. Like, I mean,
Uh,
like
I'm
it was
only
so impressive.
I have only just passed 365 days of Duolingo, and like to hear them
That,
going back and forth, I'm like, I could only dream.
but
Like,
the knowledge and the passion. What would you say those two girls were? Like maybe 12 and 13 years old.
I
Like
know, I'm like forever jealous, forever jealous.
they're null. Like they're calling this entire game.
Yeah, yeah.
And reviewing like when it was up on the scoreboard when they're doing a replay. Look at her skate. Look at her skate. Look at where the puck is. Look at this position. And I just thought, I mean, I was so impressed with the entire experience last night. Get your
Well,
ass to a Charge game and
yes.
sit amongst the fans. It's love, it's happiness. Even with back in the good days of the CFL, you never had animosity between Ottawa Toronto fans, Ottawa Calgary fans, or it was always a friendly little ha ha ha. You got us good there, ha ha ha. You don't get that at a Sens Leafs game. You don't get that at a Sens Habs game. It can be very
Nasty.
angry and nasty.
The last Sens game I went to was the Sens versus Toronto, the Battle of the East, as we love to call it. But yeah, it was I was getting not
I
nervous. I
refuse to
wouldn't
go.
say
I
nervous,
refuse to go
but
to those games because it's violent. It's physically violent.
I thankfully there didn't seem to be any violence that
Mm,
I saw, but I was getting a little on edge with the comments flying around from, fan to fan, and was just like, I don't want to be put in the middle, even though my seat
no.
is in the middle of you two. And like the last thing I need is a beer getting thrown on me because then I'm gonna start swinging. Like,
Anyway, it's all love at a Charge game. So
yes.
yeah, we had a great time last night, and we can't wait to go back. So
Yeah.
moving on, a couple of other local things I want to talk about. Kelly's Landing
Oh,
has
please
been
don't.
uh it's officially closed now. It is officially closed. So the
I'm
owners
sorry,
announced that they are
Granddad.
retiring. The restaurant is not going to be open this year. I had a boat in the water on that stretch of the Rideau for a number of years, and we would always pull up to the docks at Kelly's Landing and just go sit on that patio, have some fish and chips in it, and just enjoy summertime sunshine. And I know so many people would just pop in for ice cream or or for lunch, dinner.
Yeah.
I've not heard them say anything about plans to sell it. They're just walking away from it. It sounds like retiring and moving on with their lives. So what the
And I'm
future is for that
happy for
building,
them. And
I
I
am too.
want that for any business owner. That's why you build a business,
Absolutely.
right? Is to eventually be able to walk away and leave something, great for the community. And like Kelly's Landing has always been such a staple there. Like my dad and my grandfather, like my whole dad's side has been going there for years and years and
So many
years. My
families
dad
have.
grew up in
Yeah.
Manitic. It breaks my heart because like I have a
Wait a
photo
minute.
in my coffee
Richard
table.
Richard's from Manitic?
It was their second, but that's when they moved to Ottawa. That's where they moved to first was
Okay.
Manotick. They actually were in Montreal for a bit prior to that for a few
Very
years.
cool.
But yeah, like I have in my coffee table a photo of me, Granddad, and Granny Moo all at Kelly's Landing.
Right?
This was before the pandemic. I'm so happy that I have that photo
Hmm.
with the Kelly's Landing sign in the background.
Perfect.
It was the best fish and chips in town. He will tell you,
Yep.
straight from a British man's mouth. He will tell you best
Oh,
fish and
yes, that's high
chips,
praise.
best Irish pancakes that you could ever get.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't love that they didn't do reservations,
No.
because of
Eh,
course, as the grandparents get older, having to stand outside
yeah.
for an hour waiting to get in wasn't always ideal. But it was always worth the wait, regardless. And it's going to leave a massive hole. I even had a couple friends who are in that industry and was just like, guys, let's buy it, please. Like, I'll invest. I don't care.
Hmm.
Like, I have no money,
Hmm.
but I will do it.
Well, I
Like,
hope I hope somebody does because we have
me
so few
too.
spots. It's so stupid on the here I go railing on the city again. I can't help myself. But I mean, we're built on the Gatineau River, the Ottawa River, the Rideau Canal, and the Rideau River with the St. Lawrence River right there, and we have so few places to go and sit waterfront and have a drink or a meal.
Yeah.
And Kelly's is one of those spots. So
But
hopefully
not only
that building
that,
is back
but it was
open.
also a gas station, like you said, an ice cream shop. It was a convenience store. Like it was a multifaceted business that really served its like small community of
It was a
Manotick. So
landing.
it's exactly, and it's going to be a very missed landing for sure.
For sure. Also, I did my first chip truck of 2026.
Without me?
It was well, yes, it was on a whim. I'd actually gone to Canadian Tire to buy my Blue Jays hat.
Oh, the one
Which
on Marival?
no, I went to Bank and Heron.
Oh, I didn't know there was a chip truck there.
There is in the corner of the parking lot on the Heron Road side, and the guy's great. But what is it? And it's not just that chip truck, but I've been other places too where I what did I order initially? I think I ordered a Dr. Pepper. He didn't have that. And I said, okay, well,
Oh,
you have a Sprite. And he said, no, but I have ginger ale. And I get that a lot when I order Sprite. I don't have Sprite, but I have ginger ale. It's not even close to the
no,
same
it's very
drink.
different flavor for
Like,
sure. Yeah, don't really know what? That doesn't make much sense. Like if they were like, "Oh, I have 7 Up," I'd be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I like 7 Up,
absolutely.
Sprite, very similar,
Mellow
but
yellow, I would even accept. Mountain Dew would kind of be in that, but ginger
yeah,
ale?
ginger ale? Hmm.
And it's not, and I'm not crapping on the guy. It's a green can, I guess. I don't know, but and if you don't drink it, you wouldn't know. I don't know, but it's not the only place that I've been where that's happened, where I've ordered a Sprite or a Seven Up. Oh, we have ginger ale.
Well, did you get a Sprite last night at the game? Did they have Sprite for you? Because
Yes.
you said two things. You were like one or the other. It doesn't
Well,
matter.
I said Sprite or Seven Up just to avoid the
Yeah.
argument. And my
Coke, Pepsi, blah, blah, blah.
and
Like,
well, see, you know me because you've gone enough places with me. When I order, if I ask for a Coke and then you get the, oh, we have Pepsi, is that okay? My comeback, because I gotta be the bad dad joke guy.
of
Uh,
course.
no, I really want the Coke, and I'm gonna make you go across the street and get me one. I just avoid it now. Just Sprite, Seven Up, whatever you got is fine with me. What was the name
Yeah.
of the restaurant we were last night, by the way?
Well, it was like the Coors Light Chill Zone.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, but it used to be the Royal Oak, I think. But I mean,
And I
it was
remember it as the
really,
Silver Seven Brew House.
yeah, but it was really funny. Like I didn't know what our game plan was. Like I was, you were like, oh, let's get food and like go to the game. And like I didn't know if you wanted to go somewhere nearby or if you wanted to go somewhere at the stadium, if you wanted to stand, if you wanted to sit. So I was just
Yeah.
like, I'm very easygoing, so I don't care. So I just like don't ask. I just roll with the punches. But we were talking about it. And then this woman who I guess works at the CTC is, I guess, an usher or
Yeah.
something, overheard us because I said something about, oh, there used to be like a Royal Oak restaurant. I don't know where it is.
And she's like,
Oh,
those stairs right in front of you. Go up
right
there.
there, right there. And I was like, oh, like there was really, I mean, there was the Coors Light Chill Zone thing out, but I didn't know that it had been renamed. So we would
Yeah.
have walked straight past it if she had not overheard. And she
Yeah.
apologized for eavesdropping. And I'm like, don't be
No, no,
like,
no,
you
no,
just
no,
helped
no.
us. Like,
It ended up being the best thing, and it was like we were in section 324, so it's right
and it
between
was,
324 and 325. So literally, it was 5 steps down
yeah.
from our section. It's like it was next to being in a luxury suite.
Yeah.
That's the bomb diggity.
Well,
So,
now we know for next time we get tickets at 323 because it's right behind it. So
and
you got to go right there.
and the staff were fantastic. From the young lady who took, because we didn't have a reservation, and she said, I could take your name and I'll text you if I've got a table ready. Fantastic. And I said, if we've already waited too long, can we text back to this number? And she said, yeah, no problem. Anyway, 5-6 minutes later, we got the notification, and of course, they serve us our fish and chips. We both ordered fish and chips, which was fantastic, but no cutlery. I'm like, can we get a little cutlery? They're like, oh yeah. And they show up with like a wooden fork, and I'm like, okay, what about a knife? And
Yeah.
and then she says, hang on, I got to find you real cutlery. And damn it, if Isabel didn't find real cutlery somewhere just for us, which was
Yeah.
wonderful.
Well, and then she was like, "Oh, do you need anything else?" I'm like, "Oh, the mayonnaise that I ordered, and also some salt because there's none on the
Oh,
fries." And like, I just felt like bad because I just kept rhyming off stuff at her, but I
oh.
was like, our table was not ready for people. Like, I'm sorry.
But I mean, they were pleasant about it. It wasn't a problem. The food was great. The service was fantastic. We dealt with 3 individuals, all of whom top shelf. So yeah, I'm glad you.
Go check out, yeah, the Coors Light Chill Zone if you have an opportunity. It
Hey,
was really interesting that the waitress was like, "Yeah, like usually on Sens games, like we're turning seats over a lot quicker, but people seem more inclined to just
oh,
hang
relax.
out and like
Yeah,
relax." And I'm like,
because
"Yeah, because this is a chill crowd, lady. We are chill people."
yeah, the
Like,
chill zone.
yeah,
I mean, like the Sens games. Everybody's habituated to it, right? There's a routine that and there's a pace to it. The Charge not playing in that building typically, everybody's just kind of playing it by ear, and it was pretty casual. But anyway, yeah.
well, I hope that the
And
CTC and
I'm sorry.
I hope. Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I hope that the CTC and the senators saw like the possibility of, this collaboration possibly in the future of like they were able to bring in this many. And I know it was a one-off game, and some people are like, well, will the hype still be there after 5 or 6 games? But
Yes,
I'm telling you, the
yes,
hype is there for sure, and
and
you might as well capitalize it while it's there.
and not to belabor the whole experience last night, which we have kind of made this entire podcast about,
Yeah,
but Zoe has found a secret source for plastic straws,
yeah,
making the game day experience that much better. I am so
yeah.
over the paper, the wood cutlery, whatever else. Fine, I guess but this cardboard straw shit, enough,
Oh man,
enough.
I ordered A&W because I've been not feeling well, and just had no energy to cook the other day. So I ordered in, and my order arrives at the door. I go get it. I go to take, the straw and the cup out and whatever, get it all out of the bag. And the straw, because it was sitting on top of the cup, was soaking wet already. So I had an incredibly hard time getting just the paper wrapping off of the straw. But then by the time I did that, like the straw was just soaked. And I'm like, oh, this is just, I don't want to put this in my mouth. This seems really gross. So I had to go get my own straw. And I was like, ugh, I hate paper straws. Yeah, we can
So
do
yeah,
away with those.
Zoe has found a secret source for plastic straws, and we don't want to throw anybody publicly under the bus. But if you contact the show through our website, which is
ZMshow.com.
there you go, and our email link is there as well, and our YouTube link is there as well. But if you want to know our secret spot, let us know, and because you're
Yeah.
a fan of the show, we'll let you know where
Yeah.
Zoe was able to source that. Hey, shall we
Yeah.
move on to some of the best bits from my show this past week to get your take on them?
Heck yeah.
Let's begin with. Hang on, I should turn the volume back up on my phone so that the audio comes through on my phone too. There we go.
All the gossip, all the
Jeez.
buzz. Oh yeah, it's celebrity stuff.
All right, celebrity stuff this week. Boy, that was smooth. Sydney Sweeney's ad campaign with Dr. Squatch, where they were supposed to make soap from her bathwater.
Ugh.
That is now up for a Webby Award. The category is Best Viral PR Campaign. Ugh, okay.
Ugh. Yeah, just ugh. No.
Celebrity stuff. Brandy revealing in her new memoir that she had an underage relationship with one of the guys from Boys to Men. She was 16, he was 22. That's not cool.
No. Well, and like you don't know what direction it's not cool. I mean, it's just both directions, I guess it's not cool.
It's not cool in a whole bunch of levels because she would have a management team, he would have a
Yeah.
management team. People are supposed to
Yeah.
be looking out for. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's in her memoirs. Out now. Megan Thee Stallion rushed to hospital on Tuesday after becoming very
Oh.
ill during her Broadway show, Moulin Rouge, the musical.
Oh
She later
no.
said it was exhaustion, and she was back on stage Thursday night.
Oh, well, I'm glad she's
Okay.
okay and doing well. I didn't even know she was doing Broadway. That's super cool. Good for
Nor did
her.
I.
Multifaceted lady. Ooh, love that.
Yes. And
Yes.
if it's, I mean, if the Broadway show is half as good as the movie, that's an exceptional Broadway show.
Yes,
You'd go
definitely.
see that in a heartbeat, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure.
You do love the theater.
I do love the theater.
Yes, you do, darling. Thespians. Have I ever told that story on this podcast? Quick story about Sandy Sharkey. Oh God, Sandy, I love you. I absolutely love you. But she was handed a script once where instead of being an announcer, she had to perform a role as a character. And I said, "Oh," and she's not, and she's walking around trying to get people's takes on, what should this character be? And I went, "You can do this, Sandy. You're a thespian." What did you call me? I'm married to a man. It's like, no,
Not a
thespian.
lesbian.
I just she's great.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift making news today. Are you ready for Swifty celebrity stuff?
Swifty celebrity stuff.
Thank you, Zoe Thorne. She's just released the video for her brand new song, Elizabeth Taylor. But if you want
Oh.
to see it, you can only see it if you are a subscriber to either Spotify or Apple Music for now. So it's kind of an exclusive thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't love that.
Well, you have Spotify, except Granny Moo runs your Spotify account.
Well, but I don't pay for Spotify, so
Oh,
that's
you're on the basic tier.
yeah, I pay for YouTube Music, so
Well, coming soon, I guess.
yes, yeah,
Or,
yeah.
or you could borrow my iPhone if you didn't think your hand would disintegrate.
I think yeah, my hand would just explode like immediately, just boom, just like a
Also,
lithium battery.
it's not as bad as you think. And by the way, I'm rocking an Android in the studio today as well. It's our
You
stopwatch for the show.
are,
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
yeah.
So the
That's
entire
that's
show,
what we're good for.
we want to make the show time out a little easier for you, the listener, so it's a little more digestible. We
And
realize
for
now
us,
we have
because
to
we
walk.
don't want to be here for 2 hours.
Yeah, the weather's too
Sorry.
nice. We love you
Yeah.
guys, but not that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The weather's changing. I'm starting to want to get onto a patio as soon as possible, so I can't be here for long.
Anyway, so we want to keep it to about 45 minutes. We talked about the resurgence of the Walkman last week. We want to make sure the show fits on side one of a 90-minute cassette.
Love that for us. Love that for us.
Taylor Swift is also being sued, by the way, for trademark
I
infringement.
saw that.
Yeah, over the album Life of a Showgirl. There's a woman who writes a column, I guess. It's called Confessions of a Showgirl. Are they one and the same?
Not personally to me, no, but this is also not the first time that we've seen Taylor Swift or Bruno Mars or The Weeknd slapped with some, lawsuit of oh, you might have, touched the line a bit to where it might cross, but it never ends up going anywhere.
Quickly, in the same vein, a follow-up to the locally produced Spice Girls Spice, which is spelled differently. However, the Spice Girls management team is coming after her, and she's got to change the name. We picked up some Spice Girls Spice at Farm Boy, by the way, if anybody's wondering, at Farm Boy, and there's, I mean, at least 8 different varieties of this Spice Girls Spice. We picked up their, I guess their version of a Montreal seasoning.
Steaks, yeah.
It's got like a peppery kick to it that is very pronounced, and I've done it so far on burgers and on steak, and I quite like it. I
Great.
quite like it. I've got about 3 different Montreal Steak spices on the go right now, and I find myself going to that one
Gravitating.
most often. Yep, and
Nice.
savageating. So there's
I'm
that.
glad you are spicing up your
Yeah.
life. That is great. Yeah.
So yeah, it's absolutely worth picking up a bag and let us know what you think of the Spice Girl Spice before she's got to change her name.
Also tell the Spice Girls what you think of the spice.
Because I'm sure they care what we think of the spice.
I think they should
They
care a
want
little
their
more.
cut, is what they want. You know it, and I know it. We're not done with Taylor Swift news yet. Well, Taylor Swift we're done with, but Travis Kelce's making headlines as well this week.
Uh-oh, what did he get up to?
Actually, he's going to help design a new line of men's fashion for Tommy Hilfiger.
Oh, okay.
That guy's got his hands in all kinds of stuff. Oh, and he and his
No, I'm
brothers.
fine. I'm fine with that. I just don't know if Tommy Hilfiger would be the correct brand to be doing that with, but
So who should he align
yeah.
with then?
I don't know, someone who's not as controversial.
Okay, fair.
I think that's like Tommy Hilfiger trying to
Okay.
save their butts a bit, but yeah.
Are you a Backstreet Boys fan?
Yeah.
Did you know that the Backstreet Boys have a new song out now?
Nope. Nope, I did not. That
Yeah,
makes me a bad fan.
no, it's kind of been hush hush, but the trailer for Paw Patrol, the Dino movie, features a brand new song from the Backstreet Boys, and
Oh,
like,
sorry. I missed the child trailer for a child movie and missed the new song by the back. Why?
I'm
Why did the young generation get the
because mom and dad, probably
Oh,
more mom, is watching the trailer with them, and mom was on my request line back in the Backstreet Boys heyday. That's why.
okay, fair enough. I am in that age range now where stuff's coming
See,
out for the younger generation, but
there
it's
you go.
technically for us. I'm sorry, I am, single and don't have kids. Blame me. Screw.
The bigger question is, why does Grandpa Milky know about this? Because it's what he does for a living. Celine
True.
Dion has announced a series of comeback concerts in Paris this fall. That is
Oh,
huge news.
good for her.
And the video announcement, she just is stunning.
Oh
Just
yeah,
stunning.
gorgeous. She's a
And
gorgeous woman.
she looks healthy, she looks relaxed, confident. You know, I'm not a huge Celine fan, but I mean, I'm a huge, not musically speaking, I'm a huge fan of who she is as a person and certainly as a Canadian. Yeah, no, what she's I don't want to say triumphed over because I'm sure she's still living with stiff body syndrome, but the work she's done to get herself back to this point is remarkable and commendable, and that's got to get you excited. So,
Yeah, definitely. For sure. Because yeah, the struggle that she went through is just
oh,
bar none. Like I couldn't imagine going through something like that and staying so positive.
sticking with Canadian music, so the Junos were last Sunday. Tate McRae was the big winner. She wasn't there. Uh,
Shocker.
well, as it turns out, Justin Bieber had a concert in Los Angeles or a private show in Los Angeles. So that's why he wasn't in Hamilton for the Junos, and Tate McRae was at his show. And that had been pre-booked, I guess. Anyway, the Beaches and Cameron Whitcomb were also big winners. And the big news, though, and like Rush opened the show
Yeah.
with so it gave Rush fans their first taste of what Rush will sound like with Anika Nilles. And overwhelmingly, I would say the comments that I've been reading on any social media platform, no, she's not Neil Peart, but people are pretty excited by her energy and the way that those drums sounded, which is awesome. But my question is this: um, why was there like they knew apparently knew for a week that Rush was going to do this, and
Yeah.
on Saturday, the day before the Junos, is when there was kind of like rumors on social media. Why would we keep that a secret? That to me is one of the biggest music news stories easily in the last 10, 15 years. And
Yeah.
for people to not really have known that that was even happening is either one of the weirdest decisions ever made and an opportunity missed, or somebody just really dropped the ball on that. That should have been. Can you imagine every radio show in this country, every TV show in this country would have been talking about that. Everybody in the world would have been talking about that in the lead up to the Junos.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like PR definitely let them down on that one.
Which otherwise the Junos were a snooze fest. Holy crap! Can we do away
Oh,
with the
really?
Junos? Oh my
Oh,
God! Oh my
So
God.
that's
Ballad
a bummer.
after ballad after ballad after ballad. And then on comes Joni Mitchell. Okay. Like I just, like I'm trying to stay awake here, guys. Anyway, that
Yeah.
wraps up celebrity stuff. Shall we do some news nuggets, Zoe?
We got your news nuggets, the nuggets and news, morsels of information ready for you.
And she did it with a cold and everything. We got to do this quick because we're down to 6 minutes, just so you know. New
Ah!
York Times calling Montreal rotisserie chicken heaven and underscored
Ooh,
the influence of the Portuguese community there on rotisserie chicken.
I
Yum.
love a good Portuguese rotisserie chicken.
Yeah,
So good.
man.
So good.
A Nova Scotia woman making headlines this week. She's often finding bags of discarded McDonald's Big Mac and McChicken sauce washed up on the shores of the beautiful Bay of Fundy. To date, she has found 46 of them.
That's concerning.
McDonald's says they're looking into it, but yes, something is definitely filet of fishy there. Hmm.
Good one.
Do you have Gmail?
I do.
You do actually. Sorry, rhetorical question. I knew that. I know your email address.
Hmm.
Have you just got the one account, or do you have like another account you created back in high school with like some sort of nickname attached to it? That oh my god,
Oh,
it's horrible.
yeah. I had giggles224 at hotmail.com for a long time.
Well, for anybody who's got a Gmail account that's kind of embarrassing and you kind of wish you could change, up until this week, of course, you would have to just delete the account and then start over with a new one. Well, now Google is allowing you to change your Gmail address, and
Whoa.
your Giggle Girl account will now forward automatically to whatever the new account is that you create, and you don't lose any of your Giggle.
Again, that one was Hotmail. I haven't touched
Oh,
that in
Hotmail. Okay.
eons. So, yeah, whoever sent me an email there, I'm sorry, I never got
Yeah, yeah. If I'm
it.
giving you my Hotmail address, it's because I know I don't want to hear from you, but I'm being polite, and that's basically where all my spam goes. So,
But I used to love giving it at stores when they were like, "Oh, and what's your email address?" Giggles224 at hotmail.com.
one last news nugget to get to from Orkney, Scotland, which is a very
Oh,
small island off Scotland's northern coast. A supermarket there made a bit of an oopsie when they
oopsie.
ordered some produce. They meant to order 380 kilograms of bananas. Instead, they ordered 380 boxes of bananas. That's about 38,000 bananas. That's a lot of
Oh,
bananas,
that's a lot of bananas. That's bananas.
right? That shit is bananas. Bananas.
Bananas.
Of course, they're a tiny little island. They don't really have anywhere to go with anything, including all those bananas. And they can't return them, so they've been going to local schools, and everybody gets a banana.
Aw,
You get a banana. Sporting clubs, etc. So they've been basically
they're
giving.
the Oprahs of bananas.
Yes. Here you go. Boy, we talked and talked and talked. You want to just move fast forward to our big segment? That would be the this or that and why.
Yeah.
All right. It is an Easter theme. Thank you to
Ooh.
Dave, who sends these to us each and every week. So it's two options. We got to pick one, and we got to tell you why we're picking the option that we're picking. And it just helps you, the listener, determine which one of us you like better.
Yeah. Obviously me, but yeah.
Also, not liking the Android phone, it keeps going off on me, so I have to keep logging back into it to see what the timer
Oh
is. I know.
no.
Damn Android. My Apple does.
Okay.
This or
This
that and
or
why? Go
that.
ahead.
Why? Become the Easter Bunny or Santa?
Santa.
Oh. Yeah, you just want one and done in an evening. Well, I guess you have to work all year getting all the toys ready for everybody, so.
I have the Santa suit. I am fat and jolly, and I kind of like people sitting on my lap.
But you don't even have a beard. Could you grow like a Santa beard if you tried?
You know what? Probably. Although I have to confess, I've never grown a beard. Like what you see right now,
Yeah.
this is about as far as I go, and then it just drives me crazy. I've never grown a mustache and beard.
Oh,
Isn't that strange?
yeah, you should give it a go.
You think?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm rocking the bushy eyebrows, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if the beard comes in anything like my eyebrows do, it'll be white. But I mean,
Yeah.
with the Santa suit, you get the beard, right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Fair.
This or that and why for you, Zoe? Would you like to plan out a whole Easter event, or would you rather just show up to one?
Ooh, good question. I'm a planner. I love to plan stuff. I think like going and like hiding eggs would be really fun because, as a kid it was really fun to go find them, but like now as an adult, I think it'd be really fun to just like try to trick them. Like I would put them in the most like diabolical places to try to get
Payback's a bitch, right?
Yeah, exactly. But sadly I don't have anyone to do that for. So, I could try with the dogs, I guess.
They'll find everything in a
But
heartbeat.
that's the problem is like Plum is like my shadow. So like everywhere I go, she'll just be like, oh, so there's a
And
treat
then
over here and there's a treat over here. She'd be giving all the answers to Xena. So
all right.
this or that and why? Ooh, this one's a hard one, Milky.
Okay.
White chocolate or dark chocolate Easter bunny?
I could have answered that with all you would have had to have said was white chocolate because I was going with the other answer regardless of what it could be. Shit on a stick. I'm going with shit on a stick. No, white
Wow,
chocolate.
you have a real disdain for white
White
chocolate,
chocolate is
sir.
not chocolate.
Okay. I don't
Just
know.
like if cheddar's not orange, it's not cheddar. It's just that simple in life, kids.
Okay. Everything is either white chocolate or dark chocolate to Milky.
Yes, white cheese
Yeah.
or orange cheese, white chocolate, dark.
There's no milk chocolate in the middle.
Nope.
It's just
Nope,
one or the
nope,
other.
nope, 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 nope. One more for you, and then we got to wrap things up.
Okay.
Let me see. Regular jelly beans or sour?
I think I will go with regular jelly beans, even though the most recent jelly beans that I had were not very good. But I think they were expired. But I would still
Yeah.
go with yeah, they were kind of hard. But
You
yeah,
bought them
no.
at Princess Auto, didn't you? Right there in the, in the
No,
checkout
no.
aisle. Don't buy those.
And then the real daunting question for you, this or
Yes.
that and why? Peeps or Cadbury cream egg?
Cadbury cream egg, always. Always.
There you go.
The only thing better than a Cadbury cream egg is a Laura Secord egg. That's the
Yeah.
only thing better.
The only peeps I want in my house over Easter are my actual peeps, my homies, my friends. That's it. Don't bring me an actual
I
marshmallow
love
peep.
that.
Those things
I
are
love
gross.
that. And that sound on the Android is the end of that 45 minutes that we promised you so we would fit on the mixtape that you can play in your brand new Maxell Walkman coming this summer with Bluetooth capabilities, etc. Our website is zmshow.com. Thank you, CJRO, for airing us. Thank you to the very sexy man who runs blasttheradio.com, who also makes sure that this show airs on blasttheradio.com as well. That would be me. And
I was going to say, wait, who?
You're all
Kidding,
hard.
kidding.
You give me your cold and then you give me your grief. Thanks.
I did not give you my cold. That's just seasonal allergies. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sign off the show. It's time for us to go away now.
If you like what you heard and Easter Bunny is the word, then please spread it. And as always, ta-ta for now. TTFN, Happy Easter.
ZM, that's us and them. It's our Papa podcast. I hope you like it.